Okay, family, let's try this again. Hopefully, we will be okay this time. I switched phones. I went and got someone else's phone. So if this phone cuts off, then we know that it's me. And it's not necessarily the phone or the service. But come on back in, and I'm gonna give you all a chance to share this, so that we can have a discussion, a real quick discussion. And I'm gonna try my best not to be too long. But this video is gonna be no less than 30 minutes because I got some stuff I need to really share. And I encourage you to watch it from beginning to the end if you can. As I always stress, if you're watching this video, if someone comes on a little later and they ask a question that has already been answered, I wish that you all would answer that question. But I shared with you all in the video right before this. I'm gonna just reiterate that this morning has not been an easy morning. I woke up to Madam President James being very upset, very visible. It's not too much visible to me, like right when I wake up, but that was very clear. And like I said, I had not purposed to watch the interview with WGCI and Teresa Martin because I was there. I'd seen things, I had understood things I didn't think I needed to, but again, as I stated before, I was personally glad that she was being given a voice and a platform over iHeart, which is a national platform. WGCI spreads in places that you couldn't imagine, or anywhere that there is a person that has the app downloaded. So I was particularly glad that she would be able to speak about the case, speak about her daughter, maybe give more insight into who Kanika was, give an update on the progress or the plan or the direction. I was so happy within my soul because she's going to get some time to just talk about the situation. So I didn't think I needed to listen to it, but I'm coming into the tail end of it. And at first I had listened to bits and pieces, and now I've listened to the interview in its entirety. But what was really messing me up is what I couldn't understand was why I was receiving so many attacks. So many attacks in my inbox, so many messages to my phone. Like, what happened now? And I literally, Madam President was kind of maneuvering herself around. I heard some of the things she said, but I wanted to verify it, make sure that it was something to the effect of what was said, make sure that it was not a misunderstanding. But I want to play a part of this interview that, if you ask me, should have never been in the interview. And then I want to talk about it with you all for a moment. And this is not an easy thing for me to do. This is not an easy thing for me to do, but with not just the nature of the attacks and the frequency of the attacks, I think that it's very important that this be dealt with. So I'm gonna play a part of this interview, and then I want to talk about it. Can you all hear me? Somebody saying my volume is low. Can you hear me? I'm talking loud. Okay, y'all need a new page. Can you not hear me? Okay, I'm gonna wait because I'm seeing people say that they cannot hear me. Okay, can somebody tell me if you can hear me or not? I can hear you well. All right, that's what matters. Okay. All right, let's listen to part of the interview.
For him. So I'm figuring, he come in to help me. And he stated to me that he was from the Chicago Police Department. He's a special investigator, and he's going to get me answers. Special investigator? Yeah, that's what he stated to me. So your name is talking about us? Yes, I was
It's not talking about us.
from the beginning. So do you have any communication with him now or no? No.
That's Andrew Holmes.
There's no need. Right. I know other activists. I know from
Here we go.
Protest. So what was that situation? Because they were saying that, money's necessary if someone gets arrested and for the buses, and that they explained that to you, and you were okay if they got money to take care of those situations. Listen, let me tell you something. I didn't know my purpose of being out there. I thank God for everybody. Whichever way they did it, I asked for help. When you ask for help, you can't direct the help, which way this help going to go. But as far as them collecting money, I never knew about it. I don't know how many days. When I found out, the day I found out, they stated to me that they're going to give me a ledger before we leave the protest that day. And I'm like, ledger? Honest, I'm like, okay, what is this? And they stated to me that it was funds that they had collected. They said, what do you want to do? They asked me what I want to do with it. I said, well, if you all collected for the protest, save it. They had the money. I don't have no money. I'm getting calls saying, where the money at? They told us you had the money. I said, I didn't never touch nobody money. Right, the money was being I didn't even raised. I didn't know. And it's like, I'm putting it out there. I'm looking for help, but I'm also focused. People, it's like they're doing certain things. I'm not the victim. My daughter was the victim.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about with that is, if you listen to her speaking, I'm happy that God has blessed me with critical thinking skills, and I'm also happy that God has blessed me with the ability to comprehend. And when I say that, if you listen to that part of the interview, how could you possibly say anything bad about the individuals that she's speaking of? And what do I mean by that? The first thing that I want to say is we have all of our receipts. We have proof of us having a conversation that spoke about us raising funds. And why? Why were we raising funds? We were raising funds because this thing was getting bigger than just bringing awareness to Kanika. People were responding all over the world, the country and all over the world because of our call. And so I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound arrogant to some people. Kanika tragedy is what brought us to the same space. But what got people involved, what made people aware, it was not the news, and it was not the fact that everybody heard about the story. People heard about the story, but people were not getting involved until they saw how hard we went for this case. And people began to get inspired. And it is insane that I say in confidence that if we did not work as hard as we worked, and if we didn't give it all that we gave it, Kanika would have never got the kind of support that she got. And why would I say that and it be so brazen and bold? Because I have seen tragedy after tragedy, even more heinous than this one, where there were babies involved and people never got together like we did for Kanika. We utilized our Facebook pages. People saw the sacrifice. And then I'll say this, because unfortunately we have had to get receipts. So many people have expressed to us that they would have never gotten involved if they didn't see how hard we worked, if they were not inspired, if they didn't see what we had gone through, and they wanted to help out. When people started offering to support, we had to create a way for them to support. We said it very specifically and clearly. We are going to have a separate resource for the people that are out here. And if you want to give to Kanika and her family, you can go to the You Caring website. I went to Teresa Martin personally, and I said to her, at this time, people are getting arrested. They're making sacrifices. People need transportation. People need a place to stay. And I'm asking that you allow us to raise funds. But I never said it was in the name of Kanika. It was in the name of the fight. But then I came on and I clearly stated that anything that is left over, we will then give to Teresa Martin and let the family determine what they want to do with it. And so when you all heard that interview, people are saying, well, she never said anything about the freedom fighters. She never said our name. The problem with this issue is that it is implied. It is indirectly implied. And so when something is implied, you don't have to say the name when you put out certain facts. Hint, hint. People know who you're talking about. So what then happens with implication is that then it can be inferred by the listener. Inferred, interpreted by the listener that you are speaking about these people because of the particulars. When the word ledger was used, that was indirectly just as viable as saying freedom fighter. I'm sorry. I'm not an uneducated man. I'm an undocumented man. Meaning I didn't finish getting the college degree, but doesn't mean that I ain't do no studying and learn and surrounding myself by intelligence. And so, no, she did not say us. But to say the ledger, no one else had a ledger or spoke about a ledger. But what I'm so glad about is that in her interview, she said that we turned or spoke to her about the ledger and asked her, what do she want us to do? That right there is the proof that we did what we said we were going to do. You had buses out there. You had people that had a place to stay. People stayed in my place. And guess what? I never even took a dime from the Freedom Fund to pay the bills that I had in my own place. As a matter of fact, I'm losing my place. I'm having to give up my place. And I'm being attacked and being called names because of that. That has been put all out there, but it's because of servinghood. And I'm going to talk about that a little later. But we raised somewhere around $4,000 or $5,000. It wasn't even a whole lot of money. $4,000 or $5,000. If and don't quote me because I never, even still to this day, do not have direct access to the fund. And so we took the money. It was about $2,000 left. We thought that this was wrapping up. It was almost over. And we were giving her the money. She said, hold the money for the protesters. But we also have the video where we clearly said and had this conversation with her. And I several times on Facebook Live said, with the mom's permission, we have this fund that you can sow into. Now, we understand that people have set up fake pages, GoFundMes, which we never had. People have had accounts in the name of Kanika Jenkins, which was never us. And we were falsely accused of that. So we understand that. But if you all listen to the interview, I'm not mad about it because she told the truth as it relates to what we did with that fund. And she's proven the fact we did what we said we were going to do. So the speculation of mishandling funds has no feet, only with idiots. People who want to spread lies and drama. Now this is the second part of the interview that speaks about us.
Teresa Martin hanging out with us today on the Chicago Morning Takeover, talking about the circumstances of the death of her daughter.
This is the second part of her interview.
In Rosemont, and we're answering some questions today. Some of the other activists that are out here, if you've had direct contact with them, or if you haven't, what would be the overall message to them right now? What would be the overall message to them? Because sometimes I feel that they can do more harm than help in this situation. So when you
now, sometimes activists can do more harm than help. I have a problem with that. And I want to say this to Leon Rogers, Kendra G, and the other gentleman. I don't even know who you are. This interview was done with so much distaste because this should have been focused on Kanika Jenkins. But to say that activists create more harm, no. Your interview did more harm because we are people who decide to show up for our people when they are in a time of need, a time of crisis, a time of asking for help. We're regular people who recognize that sometimes the system does not do what it should for its citizens. So to suggest that activists who are regular people in the community do more harm or sometimes hurt is absolutely, completely false. And you need to clarify your statement because your interview did more harm than us helping her because she asked for help. People show up. We want people to keep on showing up. What do you mean it does more harm than good? I mean, sometimes it does harm. But what bothered me is when Teresa Martin said exactly Let's keep going.
If you had one message that you want to say to them, what would it be?
My message to them is stop taking advantage. And if they haven't took advantage of nobody, then don't do it. Especially when in time of need, when someone is begging and grieving, don't take advantage of them. Do what's right, and stop using God's name in vain. Because you can trick a whole lot of people with the word. And honestly, I never met none of the activists, besides Mark. I knew him, from the neighborhood. So they're coming out and they introducing themselves. Well, of course, they make it seem as if they're here to help you. And all along, everybody's out for the same purpose. Well, I'm not going to say everybody, but the ones that fall into that category.
Well, when I saw the photos on last weekend, I was heartbroken because, my mom passed. And I have photos when my mother died, but obviously they're not public.
That part is where my problem comes in. It is that part of the interview. Number one, again, there go with the implication. And my inference from that statement was that you were talking directly about us. And there ain't no denying it, because there is nobody out here claiming the name of God like we are in our fight. And I want to say, now that part, I can't stand by. Now everybody want to give this whole, oh, she's going through a lot, and it's a grieving mother. No. You cannot get the grieving mother passed. And as a matter of fact, my own family relative showed me that just because you are a grieving mother don't mean that you don't know what you're doing. And for you as a grieving mother or a woman going through a lot to say, you called me your enforcer. You said you trusted me, and you said that you would never forsake me. But then to turn around and get on a national interview and say, stop taking advantage of people and stop using the Lord's name in vain, for me, that's where I draw the line in the sand. And that's when diplomacy goes out the window. First of all, I never misrepresented my relationship with God. We've been struggling because I've been going through a lot trying to help black folks and getting messed up or messed over behind it. But there's no way in the world that you will ever say that somebody took advantage of the situation, because even right now, and this hurt it the same way it hurt it the first time, even right now, I just went back up there for Kanika, and I'm telling you, there's some stuff in me that don't ever want to go nowhere else by this case. But if it wasn't for my faith in God, I'm struggling with if I even should keep committed to what I said I was going to do moving forward. But for Teresa Martin, because I don't throw rocks and hide my damn hands, to get on there and say that you were taken advantage of is something that I feel is so low to imply it where it could be inferred. Now, why am I responding to this directly? Because we are out here literally in a whole nother state trying to build something that came about because of the unfortunate incident that came to your life. But we are still out here asking people all over the United States of America and across the country to keep your daughter's name alive and to keep the fight alive, not only in her honor, but also in the name of the God that I serve. And to say that we taken advantage of, I feel is so disrespectful and demeaning to not just me, but to all of the freedom fighters across the country that have decided that they were going to support you all through the difficult time after we've overcome the first bullcrap session that we went through. And this morning, and we were getting ready to try to help another family, but now we got to pause because you got us in question again. You got our motive in question. You got our fun in question. We don't, it's nothing wrong with building resource to do the work. But now we don't even know how to ask people to help or to even accept people that want to help because of stuff like this. And so what I'm deciding to do is I'm going to share this interview. And I'm going to say this, it's unfortunate that I've gotten to a place where I have to protect myself at every rip of the way because of bullcrap like this. It's unfortunate. But this has gone so far, and I'm getting all these attacks. The Freedom Fund is being attacked again. The freedom fighters are being attacked again, and it's so unfair. Now, I want to share my last conversation with the Martin family. And what I want you all to understand is I don't try to put nobody on blast, but unfortunately, we got to cover ourselves. And so I've talked to the necessary people I need to talk to, and I've made it my decision. I'm going to share this call because I want this to be cleared up, and I want it to be cleared up now. I'm not dealing with this bull crap moving forward.
How you doing, Miss Martin?
Yes, she's speaking.
This is Teresa Martin?
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry. This is Jedidah. I'm respecting you guys' wishes of not contacting you, but we're being attacked, and now there's something new about. Maybe you was on a live with a guy, Joseph, about Lamont taking someone's car, and I just really am trying to get over this, no matter how.
I told him that was wrong. I didn't tell him I know this for a fact. I said, put yourself in my shoes. If you're hearing all these accusations, whether they're false or not, I'm going through a lot, and I think it's wrong, that people that study now. I'm gonna talk to Joseph about that. Don't put me up on the line and do this shit to me because it's wrong. And God gonna get each and every last one of y'all that study trying to
I don't want to upset you, Miss Martin. Miss Martin, Lamont, how you doing? I called because the first thing I said. This is her guy?
Yes, it is.
I
need to speak to you, bro.
I wish we can talk.
All right. Listen, I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
Why is it? I'm sure you understand that she don't want to continue to deal with this hassling.
Okay, so
and I understand that
if I may, I want to make sure I make it clear. The first thing I said is I apologize that I contacted you guys. I'm respecting you with your wishes, but our name are still being rubbed in the mud, and now we got a lot of people.
Everybody's name is being rubbed in the mud.
Okay, and so, but this is the thing, sir. I still, regardless of what.
I was just speaking.
But this is what I'm saying to you, bro. I'm saying this to you in respect. If you guys like us or not, believe us or not, if y'all want to deal with us or not, we still try to help families. And I think it's a whole lot of families out here that still want us to help. And I'm trying to get the drama to go away. Hello? Yeah.
All right. I understand that you guys are still trying to help people, and I support, you and anybody else, doing whatever you can to help other people. But I've asked you, and I've asked the other guy to not call my lady anymore.
And I don't want to call. I don't want to call, but what am I supposed to do if y'all want us to just sit back and let our names be defamed and things we say? So instead of me,
so you're saying that, so you're calling her.
Really?
It will help because she's not getting on Facebook or whatever thing saying something about you guys.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. The first thing that I'm trying to make sure I say, and I'm not gonna call y'all no more. The first thing I'm saying is I'm sorry. That this ain't on my end. I didn't figure out all the stuff. It's a big misunderstanding, and it's okay. You guys chose your route. But at this point, I'm respecting you all's wishes not to contact you no more. But I keep on every 10 minutes getting a call from people all over the country about new things that's been said about us. So instead of me going on Facebook Live or me going on the news, I said I gotta break it and call because I don't understand why y'all are so angry and upset with us. And it's a misunderstanding. And y'all have had people in y'all ears that ain't lifted a finger for y'all, and y'all choose to make us your enemies. I don't get that.
I need to ask this. What has been said or going on that will make you think that we look at you or any other person as an enemy and that like we are bashing you guys? Because we said that we don't want to have any more dealings with you guys for whatever reason. That has nothing. How do you equate that to hating you or bashing you or something of that nature?
Because
Where's all of this coming from? She's not getting on Facebook talking about you guys.
that the initial Facebook message that said that we were that suggested we were stealing and that we were manipulative, that did a lot of damage. But I understood that she.
Jedidah, you understand that you guys are not the only one being bashed. lost her daughter, and people are on the Facebook and on internet and all of this crazy crap, calling her the devil, saying she cursed, saying that her son is dead, and all type of craziness. So you talking as if you are the only one that's a victim here.
No, so let me say this. So let me say this to you. Can you please, this may be the last time I get to say anything to you all. I am sorry that you all have to deal with this extra stuff. But the only thing, and when you guys asked me to stop contacting you, I respected that. But all of this stuff is thriving because we did not squash it the same way that we built it. And when all of those accusations came, whenever discomfort came, I wish that we would have had a conversation before you all let all of these hating ass, evil, wicked ass people dismantle what was built. You all had the world behind you, and it should have never turned into this. And I still sit here today, cannot believe that I even heard that you all said that I was working in cahoots with the hotel because I called neighbor on the phone. Do you know how bad that hurt me? The hotel called me.
Jedidah, you have to be mindful that, that by you calling her and having the hotel on the other line, people will assume that something is going on. You understand what I mean?
By no means. I can get that. I can get that if I did not say to you. Okay, go ahead.
But did nobody call the news? Did nobody say, go in there? Everybody is being bashed, bro.
Well,
all of us are being bashed.
What I'm saying to you.
You got people on that's in cahoots with you guys. Young ladies, that's out there saying things on Facebook, that and they are being supported by you all. And I don't see you guys refuting it. I don't hear you guys telling them, hey, that's not true. You know what I mean? That's not going on. You know what I mean?
But I have.
But listen.
But I have.
You don't hear, but listen. We haven't seen it. I haven't heard you. I don't follow this crap.
If you
tell me things when I get off work.
Okay, but if you've all paid attention to anything I've ever said, I've always said I'm not mad at Teresa, and I understand.
Listen, you said that you're not mad at her. Has nothing to do with you telling them that the things that's being said about her is not true. And we're not looking for you to refute those claims because we are following our Lord and Savior, bro. And so whatever people say about my girl and about whoever, we allow God to deal with that. You understand what I mean? And it's not no hate towards you. Well, she don't hate you. She actually appreciate what you have done for her, and she always have said that. You understand?
Bro,
so
I want to say this though because I may never, like I said, I may never get to talk to y'all again. I don't even know if I'm, and I don't want to be in the forefront, but I don't even know if I'm even welcome on Saturday. That's a painful shit to deal with for me, and I understand y'all position. But again, there's no way. Can I just get it out, bro? Can I get it out? May I please?
You are welcome to the funeral, bro.
May I get this out of my mouth though, bro? If all the stuff, I wish because I came into this with people hating on me. You know why? Because they knew I could get the attention on it that they couldn't. They knew it. And so the moment that the call came with the hotel and I said to them, I said on the phone with Teresa on the phone, I said, I can't speak for her. The reason why they called me was because they knew how visible I was. They got my number somehow. They called me. I said, I can't speak on behalf of this family. So if I had something to hide, why would I put y'all on the phone? This is what I'm saying to y'all. And then y'all let my evil ass cousin come to y'all and tell y'all that shit. And then the girl who been lying on everybody, male out there, say that they been raping her. And so at the end of the day, all I can remember is y'all saying that y'all wouldn't forsake me and that y'all trusted me. And when y'all asked me to be a spokesperson, I refused. I have fought with everything in me. And for me to now feel like I'm a plague or disease, that for me hurts. In the name of Jesus. But I'm backing up, and all I'm asking, I thank you for letting me know I'm invited, but all I'm asking is that we stop fighting, because now I got to fight the perception that I take money from grieving families while I'm trying to help other families. And for me, that shit is painful.
And I understand that, but I don't understand what it is that we can do about the things that's being said the same way we not looking for you to take up for her in the media. You understand what I mean? She, what is it that you want? Like outside of you,
We could have.
you saying, outside of you stating what you just said to me, there's nothing else that we can do.
There's a lot that we could have done. We could have, when them people came to y'all with them accusations, we could have crushed it by y'all making them confront me. When that girl refused to do the rape kit, y'all should have known she was on some bullshit and that it was something wrong. But now,
Listen, we shouldn't have known. That's not something you said we should have known. No, we shouldn't have. It's not like that. It's not like we know you. It's not like we know you personally and we've been around to judge your character.
but how do you have a person randomly come up and make an accusation versus a person that you've been watching for days give everything they got to fight for y'all, and y'all automatically give them, y'all just believe them? How do you do that?
Believe me, it wasn't a situation that we just automatically believe this girl. But for the sake of argument, we was hoping that it wasn't true. And if it was true, we didn't want to just discard this girl and just kick her to the curb. So we was hoping that it didn't happen.
But you all did that to me, though. You just discarded me and kicked me to the curb. So this is what I'm saying. I'm asking your question. And y'all pray over it. But I'm going to tell you how this could be ended and squashed. I don't want no money from y'all. I don't need nothing from y'all. At the end of the day, the best way that this could really be squashed is the same way it started. If we all made it clear that we have gotten the misunderstandings cleared up and we are fine. We're parting our ways. We moving on, and all of the rumors and stuff need to be stopped because we got an understanding of what's going on, and it's over. If we did that, it wouldn't be no more shit going on. It don't have to be even Teresa. It could be you. We talk.
No, listen, bro. I understand your point, and I understand the logic in it. But we are not going to speak in no form or fashion towards or against any of you guys.
Okay, that's fine.
And I don't want to, have any misunderstanding, because we don't have nothing against you guys. You guys are welcome to come to the fest. You guys are part of the reason that, things have happened as far as looking forward to getting answers, and the way it ended, was unfortunate. It may have been misunderstandings going on, but at the end of the day, we just don't want to have any more dealings, because me, myself, I don't like the drama, and I'm sure she don't, but
And I'm going to stop it there. I don't think I need to let the rest of this conversation play. And I'm going to say this. I don't care who don't like it. If it affects freedom fighters in a negative way, I will remove myself from the leadership role and from the position. But at this point, it has crossed the line where now I have to protect my family. I got to protect this work that we're doing, and I got to protect my future. And I am sick and tired of people playing games with me. Y'all want me to just sit back and just take all the attacks, don't fight back, don't say nothing, just deal with it. But I've been doing it with Greg Greer. I've been doing it with my cousin. I've been doing it across the board. And for me to wake up this morning and to be attacked like I'm being attacked, first of all, let me make it clear. We are not making any money. As a matter of fact, most of these people are sacrificing their own stuff so that we can do what we're doing right now. The Freedom Fund doesn't even have the amount of money that it requires for us to move around the country and build the organization that we're building. People are not giving like y'all think they're giving. But what I'm so sick of and what I'm tired of is y'all can make an excuse for everybody else about their pain and about what they're going through. But ain't none of you. I just got arrested in Rosemont. and I was getting my record expunged. Now I cannot get my record expunged. I got to wait till that court case is over, and then I got to deal with whatever goes behind that and start the fucking process all over again. So while y'all want to sit there and make jokes about a person, I'm getting, the reason why I'm getting it expunged is not because my record is oh so bad, but because I'm trying to get my credentials back so I can get my job back, so I can go back to work. And I've been out here making the sacrifices. I've been out here fighting. I've been trying to help with everything that I got. But I told y'all, I'm not Jesse Jackson. I'm not Al Sharpton. I'm not none of them. You are not about to come at me, come for my family, and not do whatever I got to do by any means necessary to protect myself. I don't care who it is. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care how unpalatable it is. You did not wake up with hundreds of hate messages, and your dreams are not being stopped. I wanted to help the city of Chicago. I wanted to make my city better. But you know what? Now I got to fight all these accusations everywhere that I go. I got people calling me names, calling me out my name, calling me broke. I'm getting ready to lose my home. I already lost my car. And it ain't because I'm some lazy do-nothing Negro. I lost that stuff because I choose to fight for y'all. And I'm tired of ungrateful black folks, and I'm also tired of people who want to make excuses when you fight back or when you strike back. I did not want to do that. It's a whole lot of stuff I do not want to do, but I'm not finna sit back and let y'all keep on destroying what's being built up. Y'all not about to keep on doing that to me. I don't care about who you are. I don't care where you are. All y'all hating because I'm effective. But you know why I'm effective? I'm effective because even when I suffer, I still press for us. Black folks. And I'm tired of this. I did not have to. I shouldn't have woke up like this. Sheena shouldn't have woke up like this. And why did I play that? Because we got it clear. It was a misunderstanding. And even when I took them hits, I still was cool. I'm getting on shit talking about I'm not mad at Teresa. I wasn't mad. I'm not attacking the family. I go back out there to fight for this girl. You got to be fucking kidding me. And I wake up on a cloud of suspicion that I'm using funds. What funds? I ain't getting no money from this. I'm not getting no money from nowhere. People are tried to sow into me. I'm a man that's going through some real shit. And I'm not doing it because I'm trusting God that what's being built is bigger. And I'm not going to have to worry about this place no more. But y'all always want somebody to fight for y'all and support and help y'all. But y'all don't give a fuck about them in the end. And I know that. And so, yeah, I lost my cool. I don't have no cool. I'm cool. I lost my cool because I'm tired of this. We done decided to take this fight back on. And guess what? If we say we quit now, we ain't going to do it. What y'all think? They're going to attack us with that too. If we go back out there, they're going to attack us with that too. You damned if you do. You damned if you don't. So, damn it, I'm going to protect myself, and I'm going to tell the truth. And it's so unfortunate that this is the route and the life that I got to live, giving a damn about us. And I can't go back. I'm in a whole nother state. I'm getting my hair cut, and I'm listening to people talking about freedom fighters stealing money. That's not cool. And so who else am I protecting? It's families out here that won't help. There's families out here who deserve help, and they do not deserve that when we step up to help them, that it's a whole lot of excuses, rumors, accusations, and drama behind it. It was a misunderstanding, and we knew it was a misunderstanding. So what the fuck are you talking about? What you talking about online? What you talking about on the interview? We know that them people came and lied to you. We know that them my crazy ass cousin came and lied to y'all. What y'all talking about? Who using God's name in vain? Who are you talking about? Because what was implied was inferred one direction, and that was ours. And it ain't no pass on that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm still believing that God loved me. And I'm still believing that I'm in a relationship with God. And you know what? I'm conflicted now. Because I was still getting ready to fight with everything that I had in me for this girl. I'm not afraid. And guess what? Come on back with those threats and all that other stuff that I was getting before. That stuff don't move me for a reason. Because until God say I'm done, I'm not done. You can't hurt me. You don't move me. The only thing you can hurt me is eternally. And the reason why I hurt is because I invest so much into this shit. Think about all the people who in your ear. What are they sacrificing for y'all? Because I could be real selfish right now. I got enough visibility that I can go get me probably any kind of good-ass job. But I'm still trying to build so that we as a people can have advocacy that actually give a damn. But y'all don't care about that, right? Y'all don't see that, right? So I am now, because I'm not going to lie, now I am mad. I am mad now because that was an opportunity for not only Kendra G and Rogers and all them to stay focused on Kanika, but it was also an opportunity for Teresa Martin to say, I don't want to answer that question, or we got that clear, or we moving on. And for me, there is no grieving mama past because I haven't even seen you yet. I was hoping, everybody else talked about hugs they got. I was hoping that I was going to see y'all again, and we was going to get together and get justice for y'all baby. But now, my name is dirt again. My city questioning me again. People attacking me again. And I got a case. Y'all, people have to get transported. People need a place to stay. People need to have something to eat, something to drink. People need to have bail resources. And we couldn't afford it because it wasn't a lot of money. But if we could have afforded it, we would have got lawyers for all of them because they all deserved it, because they all decided to care. And now these families that we want to help, now we don't even, how are we going to ask people to donate and sow into what we're trying to do for these other families? How are we going to build resources for this other cases and move this further? Dealing with all this bullshit. So if I got to step down from freedom fighters, if I got to stop being a leader, I don't care. But what y'all not going to do to me no more is y'all not going to make me want to give up on life because I gave all my life to y'all. And y'all turn around and spit in my fucking face. And I didn't want to do that, but I have to. I'm tired of playing games. It's a shame that we feel like we have to cover ourselves and protect ourselves at all levels. I never wanted to have to do nothing like that. But now it's clear. So get on your next fucking interview, and why don't you talk about the misunderstanding that we identified? Why don't you talk about them lying-ass people who got in your ear and stopped the whole fucking world from fighting for your dead child? Get on the fucking interview and talk about that. And guess what? I'm not afraid. You know my fucking number.